Kyle, we've got some more MCU date changes, name changes, things are being moved, stuff's being done. Let's get into it. First things first, Loki Season 2 is still coming out on October 6th, and they've doubled down on that today with a like a little minute-long trailer for Loki. It's not like a proper trailer, but it's and they've put it out just to reiterate, no, this is coming out on October 6th. So Loki's staying October 6th. Echo has been moved to January next year. I didn't want an Echo show. I feel like it really took momentum off a Daredevil show, but I still want to see Echo because it's going to have Daredevil in it. Apparently. Maybe. So, Echo, January next year. What if Season 2 is going to be coming out around Christmas time? No? So, we're supposed to get it, I think, round about now. But it's been moved to Christmas time. Agatha has been pushed. It was supposed to come out at the end of this year as well, Agatha. And that has been pushed to the beginning of fall for next year, on the beginning of autumn for us. And Daredevil and Ironheart have been postponed indefinitely. Now, Ironheart has completed its shooting. Obviously, Daredevil got shut down in the middle because of the writers and actors strike, so that's a bit more understandable. I think with Ironheart, what they want to do is, when the writers and actors strike is over, they're going straight into production with Armor Wars, apparently. That's what they're doing, and they want to release Ironheart just before Armor Wars comes out, so they're waiting on that one. So yeah, big changes. They haven't released anything for the films. This is just a Disney Plus schedule, but what's your biggest takeaway from this?
I don't know. It's just I'm not really phased at this point when something gets moved. Until these strikes are over, these dates don't really mean much to me, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Anything that gets like an update, it's like, yeah. I'm looking forward to Loki. I'm glad that didn't get pushed. I'm really looking forward to that. Um,
Agatha
but yeah,
also got a name change.
what is it now?
It's Darkhold Diaries.
Okay,
So
so it could be. I think it'll be a different format of a show then. It'll be supposed to be a musical, isn't it?
it might have musical elements in it. But also there is a prequel Marvel special presentation that will be releasing after the show. A prequel to Agatha, which is that Witch's Road we was talking about a couple of weeks ago, and that's going to centre around Aubrey Plaza's character, apparently. But yeah, another big thing to note here as well is Echo is still going to be releasing all at once. So, do you know what I've just realised?
Well,
I will be able to get the full day off now for Echo.
why?
Because it's next year and I'll get all my holidays back right away.
Oh, yeah.
So, that's a good thing, I suppose.
Yeah, it'll be a good binge.
But the thing that I am the most upset about here is, what do you think?
Daredevil.
Daredevil. Oh, God. It seems like the closer we get, the further it gets pushed away from me. I just need this show. I need this show.
Yeah, but it needs its time.
It does need its time.
If it gets rushed, then
and
you might end up getting a shit show.
I am happy in a way that I think the writers and actor strike has actually come at a good time for Marvel, where they can actually reevaluate everything they're doing, because we know they're doing that. And I feel like once these shows are out that we've talked about, like, obviously they haven't confirmed Wonder Man yet, but we know that we're shooting it. Destin Daniel Cretton, the director of Shang-Chi, was quite heavily involved with that. they might not even release Wonder Man. They might think, nah, we've got no space for this. And what Bob Iger said was the success of the first three phases was it was centered around the Avengers, and every phase the Avengers would come together, and it's definitely been missing. We're like, they could have done like a small level Avengers film at the end of Phase 4. Didn't have to be a big threat, just something to get a team together. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, we've got aliens with massive ball sacks in Harlem. Go kill them. Avengers. Now, I know they want to build up to something a bit more meaningful, and they can make a meaningful story with that, but I really think people wouldn't have minded if they just got a film out there just to get the Avengers together.
Yeah, but you've got the argument of people will then complain, oh, it's too soon.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not realistically, like, but it feels still quite too soon.
But do you know, also there has been a lot of connectivity in these later phases. I think we was like, well, not connectivity. I didn't mean to say connectivity. I meant to say crossover. Wandering Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange in Spider-Man. In fact, they're the only ones I can think of. What else was there? I remember saying, it's like
name dropping in Eternals.
Superman did. Yes, that's right. And also Batman.
Of Thanos.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. You got the Marvels. That's obviously got 3 different characters as their main focus,
Yeah.
and obviously you could have Nick Fury in that. So, but Nick Fury's always kind of been. He's just kind of like always there.
Yeah.
And then you had all the superpowers in his own show, Secret Invasion. So,
Ooh.
I mean, yeah.
We don't like to talk about Secret Invasion.
No, we don't.
Oh, God. You've brought it up now. Well done, Kyle. But yeah. When do you think Daredevil's going to release then?
I don't have a clue. Like I said, with the way Marvel does things, this is why I don't like looking into dates. I'll be completely honest. It's just until it's like closer, then I like talking about it. But when it's things further on, this is the one thing I know you like it. And when they do the big panels and they're like, "Oh, we got this," and the big timeline, it's like
Yeah.
I kind of like it just when it's closer.
No,
It's
no. The last one we did though, the last one they did was in 2020. It was last year, wasn't it? 2022. The last one they did, you probably thought, oh, things are getting back to normal now. COVID's over, and they're just getting straight into it. Obviously, we had some delays last time because of COVID, but that was understandable. So it's like, all right, now Marvel's back. They've done another big panel at Comic-Con, and this is all the stuff we're getting. And it was... So it's like, oh yeah, we can get excited for it, because when have they, in the past, not delivered on what was brought to these panels? Yeah, there's been changes here and there, but not by a lot. In fact, they've added stuff instead of, taking away. Like, Armor Wars was announced in that first Comic-Con panel in 2019 as a Disney Plus show. Now it's a film. But I do feel like they're getting their stuff together.
I feel like they shouldn't announce something till it's solid. Because when they say like, it's you've got Armor Wars coming out. Oh, we've changed it into a movie now. It's like, well, that's cool. I'm glad that I'm looking forward to it. But it just doesn't seem like they have a route and they've not really got a thought or a plan. Maybe it suits better as a film, and that's why they change it. I do like that is a possibility with these things, but at the same time, just announce it when it is more solid.
Yeah.
For me, I'm not a big fan of them saying, because they just change the title, they change the date. Sometimes we don't get a thing here or there, and I'm just like, you know, yeah, but at the same time, it's not like it's the worst thing in the world. I mean, it could be fucking Star Wars where they announce their films and they fucking see the light of day.
Yeah.
It's nothing like that.
There'll be one thing I'm annoyed at if they change the title of it.
What?
Daredevil Born Again is such a perfect title. That cannot be
No, they
changed.
won't. No, they won't change that.
Right. But let's move on to something a bit more.
Or they should change it to what Ben Affleck says at the end of his film, a guardian devil.
Do you know? To be fair, I wouldn't actually mind if they changed it to Daredevil Man Without Fear.
Yeah, Man Without Fear is a good one, but
Yeah.
I feel like we kind of got that
Man
in the
Without
last
Fear in
show.
the Netflix, yeah. But
Yeah.
anyway,